Hey, this is Matt from InvestiQuant. Today is Wednesday, October 20, 2021. The markets, again, are pushing higher. We've got a quiet range here. I'm looking at the S&P specifically, which is this top left chart, and it is doing something completely different than what the NASDAQ is doing, and this is probably worth keeping an eye on this afternoon. The NASDAQ has been significantly weaker, but the S&P is consolidating higher today. We've got quiet range taking place. We've got about 18 points of range, and volume is pretty light there. We're just consolidating above yesterday's high. You can see the Russell pushed up above yesterday's high. It's consolidating up there, and the Dow in the bottom right chart here consolidating up above yesterday's high as well. So what we're going to be looking at this afternoon is what has happened historically when you get this type of consolidation-like activity above a recent high in a strong market. So let me go ahead and create that. We're going to use all four instruments. This will not be true for the NASDAQ. It does have a different pattern taking place here, but we're going to include it anyway because we do want to see how it affects all the markets. I've got 3 o'clock here selected as the entry time. It's set up as a long. It'll exit at 4:15 p.m. Eastern time. Now, to describe this consolidation-like activity above the prior day high, I'm going to use two different things. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say that the 3 p.m. price, which is the time of entry, is above the prior day high. So to do that, I'm going to go intraday close versus daily levels, and I'm going to hit equals for above prior high. So that means that the 3 o'clock price is above yesterday's high. Now, to do the consolidation type of pattern, all I'm going to do is just use a tight range relative to an ATR value. So what I'm going to put in this intraday range size as a percentage of the 5-day ATR, I'm going to say that the range between the open and the time of entry, which again, 3 o'clock, is less than 50% of the 5-day ATR. So our current 5-day ATR is just under 50 points in the S&P. We have about 18 points of range right now at the time of this recording. So we're quite a bit under that, but by using 50%, that'll add a few more samples in here. And then next, I'm going to go into the indicators library. I'm going to put us in a similar market environment. We are in a strong market as we approach those all-time highs. We're above a 10, above a 200-day simple moving average. Now I can click view results. And here we go. These are the results based upon entering the market long at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, exiting at 4:15 p.m. Eastern Time. When you have a light range taking place during the day between the open and 3 o'clock, which I've described as less than 50% of the 5-day ATR for the daily range. And that daily range, that's measured between, just take the high of the day minus the low of the day. That's going to give you a daily range. That needs to be less than 50% of the 5-day ATR, which is a measure of volatility. And then I'm also using that the 3 p.m. price is above the prior day high, and this is taking place above a 10 and 200-day simple moving average. Historically, 171 samples here for the S&P, 165 in the NASDAQ, 160 in the Dow, 90 in the Russell. Win rates on these pretty mild. S&P dead neutral there at about 50%. The others are a little bit more favored. So NASDAQ coming in at 56% on this pattern, 55 for the Dow, 60 for the Russell. That's the strongest of the group. And if we look at the win rates, the one thing that does stand out here is the average wins are larger than the average losses. So that is true across all four of these. You've got a larger average win here in the S&P. That is also true the NASDAQ. You see the Dow is pretty similar in size, and then it's larger here in the Russell. So all four of these have bigger moves to the upside with this pattern. The win rates are pretty mild, though. Not seeing a real strong edge as far as win rates go. So hopefully you found that helpful. Good luck the rest of the day, and we will see you next time.